Hey there, YouTube. I didn't recognize it, but these two snowblowers are basically the same snowblower. Look at each side. They have the same body. They're built exactly the same. This one's a little bit newer, I guess. This one doesn't have electric start, I found out. But this one does. Even though both pull starts are bad. This one's missing a rope, the other one's the recoil shot. This one has a diaphragm carburetor, that one has a bowl type carburetor. And since this one has electric start, I'm going to see if it runs. I'm going to take some starting fluid or something and put it in the throat of the carburetor to see if this thing's going to fire when operating the electric start. So let's go to the garage and see if this thing's going to run. Well, as you see here, the Simplicity 220 mini snowblower is by the garage now. I'm going to see if the engine's going to start. Too bad I couldn't find my starting fluid in a bottle, so instead I'm going to use this old gasoline in a Mountain Dew Code Red bottle to see if this engine's going to start. And I got my cord ready for the electric starter since there's no recoil rope. It's broken off. And if you remember from the last video, I was telling you that the auger was bad. That wasn't the case. What happened was a plastic shopping bag got caught around the shaft, and as a result, this side popped out and the auger popped off the bushing. So I took all the plastic laundry bag off the auger shaft, and I put it back in its bushing. So it's pretty solid now. And let's see if this thing's going to start. I got my bottle ready. First thing I'm going to do is tip it up, and I'll loosen the cap. And I'll pour a little bit in there. Good enough. Put the cap back on. I'll tip it. Ignition's on. Now I gotta hook up the power cord. Let's see if this thing's gonna run. She's a runner. Let's see if I can find any mixed gas to put in the carburetor. Put in the gas tank, rather. Hold on. I got this old weed eater gas I'm going to put in it. Pour it in there. It's probably going to run like shit, but I just want to see how this thing runs. Yeah, that's good enough. There's a nice pool in there. Prime it. Sorry, I accidentally turned the camera off. Let's prime it. Let's try it. It runs so-so. It doesn't seem like it's fast, in my opinion. Usually they rev higher, but I'll mess around with it. I don't know. And that concludes this video. Bye. Well, YouTube, just a short update here on the Simplicity 220 mini snowblower here. I found something wrong. Here's the muffler right here where I'm banging the stick. And as you see here, the muffler is pretty loose. It's pretty loose. And it's even shaking where it connects to the engine too, right in there. So yes, this muffler is loose. It's a better view of it. And I don't think that's supposed to be like that. And when I pressed the choke button down, the engine seemed to go faster than it was in the video, in the previous video. So I think there's probably a linkage problem or something that's hanging up. But otherwise it runs good. It just needs a new starter rope, and I'm just going to post it on Craigslist. I don't want to mess with it really, with that bad exhaust. The other one's more worth fixing. And that concludes this video. Bye.